All right, so we're here with Erica Bredehoft. And Erica, you are the chair of the Senior Pastor Call Committee. And so you're a really important person around here. Why don't you give us the scoop? What has the Senior Pastor Call Committee been up to these days?
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. So yes, I am the chair of the Senior Pastor Call Committee. So as you know, Pastor Christensen has announced that he is planning to retire. So our task is to find that next senior pastor. So there's actually been a lot of steps that have happened kind of up through this process. So you may remember a while ago, we did a congregational survey. We took all that information. We used that then to make the ministry description, which is essentially the job description for this.
Right.
So then taking that, we then were able to seek nominations from the congregation. And then from those, we took all those nominations and we sent those along to the district. So essentially to like the central office.
Okay.
So then they give us back information on all the nominees, as well as adding some names that they think we might want to consider. So we've got all the nominees, and then the call committee has all the information from the district. We watched a lot of sermons online. We looked at a lot of Facebook pages and web pages and watched some more sermons. So after that, then we did 2 rounds of Zoom interviews. So that kind of takes us up to where we're at now.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot's been going on.
A lot has been going on. And Brian, you would be surprised. There's really not that many sermons that use bowling balls. So I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad I don't go to those churches.
That's right. Me
anyway,
too.
It sounds like there's a ton of hard work going on. So that's what has happened. So what's happening next?
Sure. Great question. So the next step is that we are going to be bringing in a candidate on site for a visit here at Webster. So I want to take a quick moment, sort of an aside, just to say a huge thanks to the congregation. All those things that I mentioned that have happened are because of the congregational involvement. So thanks for doing the surveys. Thanks for participating. Thanks for nominating. And most importantly, thanks for praying. So thank you to the congregation. And also a shout out to the call committee for all their support and hard work. It's been our honor to do this, but as you said, it's been a big task too. So
I second that for the congregation and for the call committee.
So thanks, Pastor. So next step would be bringing in on site a candidate, and that is Pastor Dave McGinley. So we have him lined up along with his wife, Gretchen, to come visit Webster April 8th and 9th.
And so people at Webster Gardens, if anyone is from Webster Gardens who was here just a few years ago, likely knows Dave McGinley. He did his field work for 2 years at Webster Gardens 6 or 7 years ago. I know that he was ordained in 2016.
That's right. That's right, Brian. So he did his field work here while he was at the seminary here in St. Louis. And that's actually been really nice because Pastor Dave knows Webster Gardens, kind of knows what's going on here, our mission field. And he also has a lot of respect for Pastor Christensen and the things that have kind of been going on here at Webster. So
is there going to be a chance for people from Webster Gardens to talk with Pastor Dave while he's here visiting?
Yes, absolutely. Great question. So the night of April 8th, there's going to be a town hall. So that's going to be at 6 o'clock up in the sanctuary at church. So if you can come in person to the sanctuary at 6, or you can watch that via live stream.
And so everybody's invited to that.
Absolutely. Everyone's invited. And Pastor Dave shared he wants to meet as many people as possible. So if you're free, we'd love to see you there. We'd love for you to have the chance to come up and join us. So due to COVID protocols and just kind of managing all that we're not going to be taking questions like from the floor that night.
Don't want to pass around the microphone and that kind of a thing. Okay, yeah. So if someone has a question though, let's say I'm coming and I have a question, then how do I do that?
Great. Yes. And we want your questions. So we want to be able to answer as many questions from the congregation as we can. So the way that you will do that is submit a question on our form. You probably got an email from church that has that link in it. If you've already deleted that, no worries. You can go to the Webster Gardens, our webpage, go to resources and go to call process.
Resources and call process.
Resources, call process. And there's going to be all the information about the town hall, a little information about Pastor Dave. There's the form where you can submit the questions you have. There's also is the email for the call committee. So to the extent you want to email us or have questions for us, that's kind of your go-to spot with all the information.
Okay, so I think that everyone who wants to participate in that, we hope everyone participates in that, knows what to do. What else do we need to share with the congregation?
You know what, one more thing I did want to mention about the town hall is that after we kind of finish that town hall time, we're going to have a COVID style meet and greet. So Pastor Dave and Gretchen will be outside under the portico. You know, we're asking everybody to still wear masks and kind of keep our distancing, but we're doing our best to give everybody an opportunity to meet them while they're there. So feel free to come to the town hall, stay and say hi, watch via live stream, pop up and say hi, kind of whatever works for you that evening. So
awesome. And thanks for working hard so that people get a chance to interact and get a chance to meet Pastor Dave and Gretchen. Appreciate that.
No, absolutely. We really want everybody to be able to come, and we really want your feedback too. So if you come up for the event, there's going to be like some comment cards. You can fill those out there and drop them off. You can also email us, whether you're there in person or via live stream. You can just email the call committee at that email I mentioned earlier on the call process webpage. You can look there, callprocess@webstergardens.org. So any feedback people have, please reach out because we would like to hear that from you. So
okay, sounds great. Thanks, Erica.
And Brian, last but not least, while Pastor Dave is a Minnesota Twins fan, his wife Gretchen grew up in Illinois, very close to St. Louis. So she is a Cardinals fan. No need to worry about a Cubs family coming in here. So.
Thanks for clarifying that, Erica.
Yes,
appreciate
absolutely.
that. And the important thing that we know is that God involves his people in this process, and his Holy Spirit's working through Webster Gardens. And so we're excited. So Webster Gardens, you know what to do. You know where to submit some questions. And we really hope that you join us on the 8th. It's going to be great. And I'm excited. Thank you, Erica. And I hope to see everybody there.
Perfect. Thanks, Brian.